And so I want you guys to understand that when you have a person like this that wants to pour into you, you listen up. You know, when I hit Platinum 1000, I said, hey, I need to find out how to hit Platinum 2000. We got together, right? Then he said, hey, let's work out. We got to hang out. And even though I'm not hitting him up every day, I'm not blowing him up, I always have a listening ear to when this person says, hey, look, this is how you can get better. This is how you could do this. Here's how you could do that. He's in the game heavier than most people on this planet. Over 200 or close to 200,000 students in his organization. So I want you guys to listen up. I want you guys to have a pen and a paper. I'll tell you guys something right now. I've got a couple of these. And every time I open them up, I'm talking about from when I first started in this business. I got them right behind me on that counter back there. It's gold, millions of dollars in these books. Write it down and pay attention. And listen, I haven't got the confirmation, but when you have a call that says, I am official, it means, you know, that we've got a chairman 750 on the team. We got corporate on the team. I think that's who that is. He says, give me 3 minutes wrapping up. All right, so let's do this. Guys, our team right now is at a pivotal place. Shout out to Elaine and Katie. Drop some 5,000s in the chat for Elaine and Katie. We have Platinum 5,000s in our organization now. What does that mean? Well, I remember when we hit Platinum 2,000, and then we had a Platinum 2,000 in the organization, it said it's time to step up. I believe this organization is about to step up. Some of you guys are about to hit Platinum 2, Platinum 1. Some of you guys are about to hit Platinum 5. Some of you are about to hit Chairman. Katie and Elaine are definitely on that Chairman run. Tommy's definitely on that Platinum 5 run. TJ Poon's definitely on that Platinum 2 run, right? A lot of you guys are definitely on those runs. Greg's on that Platinum 2 run. He can smell it. He's right there. And so what I want you guys to understand, this isn't hype. This is real talk. You see, I got my biggest paycheck from this company today, ever. And it's crazy to know that they're just going to keep getting bigger. See, impact over income. But the more you impact, your income goes up. Not right away. Steve Max, I'm working like a Platinum 5, but I'm getting played as a Platinum 1 or 2. That's okay. It's going to catch up. You work, and then get paid. You work, and then get paid. And then eventually you get paid and get paid and get paid and get paid and get paid. I was listening to something that Greg sent me yesterday with David Imonitia. He says, you'll talk to more people getting to 10,000 a month than you will talking to 1 million a month. What did he mean by that? He was saying it's harder to get to Chairman 10 than it is to get to Chairman 100, right? He said 1 million a year, not 1 million a month, 1 million a year. So that's Chairman 100. So understand, you got to grind to get Steve Max, but I've had a hard time just to stay at P6. So did I. Do you guys understand? You know, I wish I had some of the stories that you guys have, but it gives me more grit to say, I didn't get P150 my first month. I didn't get P600 my second month. Guys, I wasn't P6 until my first convention. I think by that point, Greg and I had already been in the business close to 6 months. And I was fighting for P6, 6 months in. P5, we're going Chairman 10. But it's taken grit. It's taken resilience. See, some of you guys right now, you've had explosions, but maybe you're like, man, why am I not exploding anymore? Because you need to develop. God's not going to give you something you're not ready for. Better to be prepared for when the blessing comes than get the blessing too early and not know what to do with it. Does that make sense? And so understand that the blessing comes at the right time. But today on this call, we're going to talk about how to get to that next level. We're going to talk about how to help propel this organization to a chairman status. That's what we're going to be focused on this call today. Let me, So I want to know who's ready. Drop a 7 in the chat if you're ready to go to that next level. I know Silver Steph is. Shout out to Silver Steph, killing the trading game. What's up, Annalisa? Let's get that promotion, Annalisa. Let's get it. What's up, Tommy? What's up, Benny? Let's get it, Benny. Let's go. Let's go, Caleb. Hey, Chase, brand new Platinum 1000. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Guys, we're really close. We're really, really close. Shout out to Greg and Lando and for rocking our first Jamaica call yesterday. Close to 50 people on that call. Drop a 50 in the chat. They absolutely crushed that call. Jamaica in the house, launching Jamaica heavy. Brand new P1000 about to pop in Jamaica. Shout out to Raquel and TJ for putting together a call tomorrow in Europe. And we're going to have a Spain call tomorrow. Guys, listen, I've said enough. We've got the man, the myth, the legend coming on here. He's a fireball. Here's what I want you to do. Pay attention to the things that are said, because there's always going to be that one thing that you get that could change everything. Sometimes it's not even what the speaker intends to say. It's the stuff around it that'll help propel you to that next level. Pay attention to what this gentleman's going to say. I've already talked a lot about him, but we're going to do it again because I think it's necessary. You see, we need to edify our platform, edify our leaders. There's no other platform with 300,000 students around the world on it. There's no other platform that with 12 students pays you $600 a month. There's no platform that I know of paying people $750,000 a month plus bonuses. By the way, willing to do $1 million a month. That's coming. Just want you to understand that. See, this is big talk. This is not normal. I want you to shift your focus. I want you to shift your belief level. I want you to listen to what this gentleman has to say, because it's people over profits. It's impact over income. But the more people that you impact, your income goes up. I'm so happy and grateful for every person on this team. I remember our team calls were 38 deep. Now this is only a P600 and above call that's 38 deep. All that tells me is we've got some chairmen coming out of this organization. So guys, I've already talked about him and edified him before he was able to be on this call. But here's what I want you to do. If you are excited to receive from Chairman 750, Matt Rosa, I want you to drop some 750s in the chat right now. I want you to break that chat box right now and show him that you're ready to receive. I want you to make sure you write down anything that he mentions that strikes you. I want you to implement it. He doesn't have to be here. He has bigger organizations, but he said, you know what, Steve Max, I'm going to do this for your squad because I believe in them. So guys, do me a favor and give it up for my boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Matt Rosa. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yo, yo, yo. Can you hear me?
You're good, bro.
Say what's up to the newest edition of the fam over at Jason's house. Look how cute. This one is Yankee, of course. I hope that, let me get into the office. What's up, leaders? It's good to see you guys. You guys look excited. You guys look good. You guys look motivated. You guys look fired up. I'm excited to be on this call with you guys. Steve, I appreciate that introduction, man, for real. And I know it's genuine, bro, because what you've said in public, you've also, or rather, what it is that you've said in public, you've practiced in private, bro. You've always been an individual that we can count on, that's self-sufficient, that's motivated, that is helping the team experience breakthroughs. You're not just focused on yourself, man. And it's very rare that you find an individual that genuinely, a lot of people say people over profits, but that genuinely put people over profits. So shout out to you, my brother. Respect, love, and light. And everybody on this call right now, wherever it is that you're at in the world, I hope that you guys are thriving and not just surviving. I hope that you guys are happy. I hope that you guys are healthy. I hope that you guys are receiving this message in high spirits, because I know the world that we're living in right now. And it's pretty crazy. It feels like every time we turn on the TV, every time we update our social media, every time that, we turn on the radio, it's some sort of an update on what's going on in the world. COVID-19 happening. The riots all over the world. Corrupt politicians literally all over the world. And this these calls like this, especially where I get to have conversation with leaders, right? Because each and every single one of us on this call are leaders. Some of us are leading bigger organizations than others. Some of us are leading families. Some of us are leading our children. Some of us are leading our marriages. But all of us on here are leading, right? And that's what the world needs more of. The world needs more significant leaders that are going to bring light to a very dark time. And I think that this is our contribution to the world. This is our contribution to creating amazing leaders that are not just going to help us impact, enrich, and educate the lives of 1 million people around the world, but amazing leaders that are going to go out beyond this industry and really do something. You know, I'm talking about, I really feel that this company is going to produce governors. I really feel that this company is going to produce celebrities. I really feel that we're going to be able to take what's been done in pop culture, take what's been done in government, and really put some people in place, because that's what the world really needs more of. A lot of people talk about what their goals are. My goals, so you guys are aware, on a monetary aspect, Forbes 30 under 30, baby. I'm 27, so we still got a little bit more time. But then on a fulfillment-based aspect, guys, I want to win a Nobel Peace Prize. And these are the building blocks that I get to step upon and build upon, the foundation that we get to build upon in order to make that a reality, right? So with that said, you know, as leaders, I'm going to be talking to you guys as leaders, you know, and I want to be, I'm going to be very transparent. I'm going to be very real. I'm going to be very honest. Because I think that that's what it needs, that's what's needed in order to make this thing a reality. You see, right now we got about 40 people on this call, but a quarter of it with the cameras on. My camera's on right now. I'm communicating with you guys. You guys see what it is that I'm doing, right? We got to get these cameras on, right? Y'all look good. I don't know why you guys are hiding from the cameras. You know, we got to get these cameras on, because most of the time that the cameras aren't on while I'm on a call, because I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing. I'm Netflixing and chilling. I'm on Casa de Papel, right? I'm chilling with Bay. I'm on Instagram, right? Here's the thing. When we show up to these calls, when we put these jerseys on for this business, we got to make sure that we are going ahead and we're giving it 100% time, 100% focus, and 100% of our energy. That's what it takes to go chairman. I know nobody on this call right now is not trying to go chairman, right? Everybody on this call right now has aspirations, desires to go chairman, right? And fortunately, we know a thing or two when it comes to going chairman. We know a thing or two when it comes to going chairman, right? But I don't want to talk about the fundamentals. I think that the fundamentals, let's call it what this is. This industry is not, it's not easy, right? Because easy kind of is, I don't know, when you think of easy, you think effortlessly, right? But this industry is simple. And think about the 7 steps to becoming a network. Let's see if he has it here yet. Think about the 7 steps to becoming a network marketing professional by GoPro, right? I mean, by Eric Worre, book called GoPro. 7 steps to becoming a network marketing professional. Guys, truth be told, we're talking about the invite. We're talking about prospecting. We're talking about presenting. We're talking about follow-up. We're talking about helping people become customers, how to grow the team. These are things that we can teach you, right? But that's not the hard part. It's leadership that's the hard part. You see, being able to produce numbers, that's the easy part. Everybody on this call, shout out to the E brothers, I see y'all. Everybody on this call is good at putting in numbers. That's not the hard part. It's what happens after the transaction. You see, guys, when I have an opportunity to talk leader talk, I'm always going to keep it 100% with you guys. And I'm not going to go over the mundane things that we could learn. You know, me and Jason have God knows how many trainings on YouTube teaching you guys those things. I actually want to teach you guys, you know, what it's going to take moving into the second half, now that we're in the second half of 2020. I'm already focused on 2021, truth be told with you guys. But what it's going to take is a shift in mindset. It's going to take a shift in the way it is that you talk to yourself. And it's going to take a shift in the way it is that you actually implement what it is that you've learned. I want to teach you guys how it is that we can eliminate some of the voices in our heads that really pop up. You see, I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you have the same voice going on. My apologies. I don't know if you have the same voice going on in your head from time to time, where you could be in full momentum. You could be absolutely thriving. you can compare yourself to where you were 90 days or even a year prior to that. It's an obvious increase. But since we're looking at the 5-minute time frame, since we're looking at the hourly time frame, it may seem that things are not going our way. But when you zoom out and you look at that monthly, that weekly, you start to come to the realization that we're in an uptrend. But somehow this voice just creeps. It just creeps into our head. And what it does is it holds us back. It's a shackle. It's literally a shackle. I want to talk about this. When I was in Thailand, I saw baby elephants all over the place. It's a tourist attraction. It's actually really sad. But they put these as a baby, right? They put these chains on their legs, and they put a stake inside of the ground, right? And as a baby, they're not strong enough to rip that chain out the ground. And what they're doing is not just keeping them in place, but they're also pre-programming these individuals or these elephants to think that they're not strong enough. So as they get older, they have these massive freaking, no cap, they have these massive elephants with the same chains on their legs, the same ones that they have on the babies. But an adult elephant in the wild would rip off of that. An adult elephant would rip off of that. But because it was programmed and conditioned to think that this chain, as it was growing up, was holding it back, and it was bound to this chain and it could not do anything about it, a grown elephant thinks that it does not have the capability to break out of it. You see, a lot of the lies that we tell ourselves are the chains that we've been conditioned with inside of our lifetime. It's the chains that we've been conditioned with inside of our lifetime. I'm going to teach you how to break these chains. You see, a lot of leaders, we have the same lies that we continue to tell ourselves. You may be able to relate with all of these. You may be able to relate with one of these, right? I'm letting you know these are all things I can only teach about, things that I've struggled with myself. I can't teach y'all about anything that I haven't really had trials and tribulations with. But I can teach you what it is that I've struggled with myself, right? So I'm gonna be bouncing back and forth between my notes, because I do want to make sure that I don't miss anything. And this is only the second time that I give this training, right? So y'all are getting the sauce before the squad, the rest of the organization really gets the sauce, right? So with that being said, right now will probably be an amazing time to start taking notes, so you don't forget the vast majority of what it is that we learned today, right? All right, so pulling up the notes. All right, cool. 5 lies that we listen to as leaders. 5 lies we listen to as leaders. Lie number 1, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. You see, guys, I don't know how many times I've experienced momentum inside of my business since 2013, right? And I get excited during the momentum, but the moment that there's a retracement, I tend to freak out, right? And here's the thing. The laws of life, what goes up has to come down. There has to be an area. I was just with one of my brand new, he just hit Chairman 100 today. I went to go drop him off a gift. With John Guaman, we're talking about it. He's like, yo, right before this breakthrough, I had like an area of like stagnancy. He was like, I wasn't sure what it was. I said, bro, your team just experienced crazy momentum. They got to take a point to step back and kind of like analyze, right? Especially if it's their first time getting into momentum. So he was like, damn, you're 100% right. I said, here's the thing. You know, I've experienced insane spikes and crashes that have completely left me like speechless, like, yo, I can't believe I just lost that many people inside of my organization. So now every time that there's a spike of momentum, I get nervous. I swear I get, guys, you're hearing that from a Chairman 750. I get nervous. I'm like, yo, am I ready for this? Back in March of 2020, this year, we had 60,000 customers inside of our organization. 60,000 customers inside of the organization, right? That was March. Now over 220,000 active inside of our organization. And I said, I'm ready. I'm ready for 60,000. I know I'm good enough for 60,000, but how can I control 220,000? Can I manage 220,000? And I started to think, man, a crash is going to come. For a little bit, I was walking on eggshells. I'm not good enough. But what we got to realize is that if we're good enough to get our business there, we're good enough to push our business through the tough times. We're good enough to push our business through the trials. We're good enough to push our business through the tribulations. We're good enough to rebuild. We're good enough to make sure that area of consolidation doesn't happen for too long. You get me? We have to remind ourselves that we're good enough. Most of the time, we think we're not good enough. It's because we're trying to please someone else. Most of the time that we feel we're not good enough, it's because we're trying to please somebody else. Because if it was completely dependent upon us, we would think we're good. But the moment that we compare, we're no longer good enough. You see, that right there, you got to stop telling yourself, I'm not good enough for this. Some of us are at P1000 saying, I'm not good enough to go chairman. Bro, when 12 months ago, you were a P nothing. Right? We got to stop telling ourselves, I'm not good enough. Lie number two that we tell ourselves, oh man, this was something this one hit. This one hit. And I think it's gonna hit for a few of y'all as well. You know, in leadership, you know what leaders are? We're professional at hiding our weaknesses. We're professional at hiding. Lie number two that we tell ourselves as leaders is, if only they knew the truth. If only they knew. Yeah, as leaders of your house, maybe leaders of your spouse, maybe leaders of your business, we get really, really good at hiding our weaknesses. Because I'm a leader. I have to have it all figured out. I'm a leader. Like, I got it. It has to be perfect. You know, my team can't know that I'm weak. Yeah. Here's the thing. You strive for that perfection. That's not relatable. I don't relate to perfect leaders. If you ever see a leader that you think they got it all figured out together, they're probably the most screwed up one. To be 100% real with y'all. You see, so often we believe that we got to have it figured out. So we hide our problems. We hide our weaknesses from both our organization and our mentors. We hide it. And when you hide something, you're keeping it a secret. And usually when you keep something a secret, it's from a place of shame. You're ashamed. Don't be ashamed at your weaknesses. Be ashamed that you keep it a secret. Don't be ashamed that we all have weaknesses. And when you hide them, you're always going to be as sick as your secrets. What does that mean? You can't heal what you're hiding. You cannot heal what you are hiding. Here's the thing. If you're struggling right now, and your upline, your leader, your success coach, your mentor, whatever you want to call them, doesn't understand what it is that you're struggling with, you now have the solution. Potentially you have the solution, but you haven't told them about it. So now the mentor thinks that you got it all figured out. Now the mentor is going to assume you got it all figured out. And that problem gets infected. And that infection begins to grow. You see, I'm very honest. I'm not perfect. I'm honest. Why? Because people can relate to honesty. Guys, I experience depression just like y'all. I experience anxiety just like y'all. I experience mental breakdowns just like y'all. I may not experience them as frequently anymore. That happens when you start making some chairman checks, right? But I experience a lot of the same exact things that you experience yourself. So I'm not perfect. And any leader you're looking at, I guarantee they got an entire book of problems that they're struggling with. So you're going to come to the point where you're going to come to the point where you either continue to hide and it's going to blow up in front of you. And I've seen chairmen hide and it's blown up and then they have to go back and do some damage control. Or you can allow people to know that you're not perfect. That you're not perfect, and it is what it is. We're learning. We're getting it together. You see, my leaders were all like this because they know I'm a human being. They know I'm a human being. And if it wasn't for the individuals that got me here, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and my honesty with them, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So lie number 2, if people really knew. Lie number 3. This is going to ruffle some feathers. If it stings, that's because it pertains to you. It's just like a wound. You pour alcohol on that wound, it's going to sting because it's disinfecting. Our goal is to help you disinfect some of these wounds that you may have. I know that this was an issue that I used to struggle with, right? Yo, recognition is crazy. Recognition, it'll help the business a lot when you recognize, but the need to be recognized is a bottomless pit. You see, recognition's crazy. Grown men will die for recognition, and babies will cry for recognition. But the number one lie, or one of the number one lies that you can tell yourself as a leader is, I deserve more credit. I deserve more credit. She has leaders, guys. We're always pouring into individuals. We spend all of our time, we spend all of our money, we spend all of our energy pouring into individuals. We're out in the trenches, we're hanging out with people, and nonstop we're filling people's cups. And we feel we should get a lot more credit than we do. Yo, you want credit? You want proper credit? Check that pay quicker every single Friday. That is your credit that you need. And that's going to be a strict, that's going to be the perfect description of the impact that you have. Your paycheck in this industry will allow you to know how many lives you've impacted. That is all the credit I need. See, here's the thing. 90% of what we do as leaders is going to go unnoticed anyways. My parents on this call. 90% of what you do as a parent, 99% of what you do as a parent, it goes unnoticed. Why? You think somebody's going to give you an award because you wake up every morning and you feed the kids, because you make sure that they're bathed, because you work all day in order to make sure that there's food on the table and a roof over their head, because you got them in nice clothes, because you spend time with them, because you breathe life into them, because you read to them, because you love them. No. That's what you're supposed to do as a parent. There ain't no award for what it is that you're supposed to do. As a leader, this is what you're supposed to do. So 90% of what we do as leaders, I'm letting you know right now, is going to go over people's heads. People don't see that I pay for other people's rent. People don't see that I've spent 60% of the year on the road inside of people's living rooms. People don't see a lot of the things that we've gone through and that we've had to deal with in and outside of this business. 90% of it will never go noticed. And if that's a problem for you, you're in the wrong business. If you have a need for recognition, you're in the wrong business. You want to get recognized? Yo, go get recognized on stage when you go walk that stage as a chairman. Go get, again, every week you check that pay quicker, then you're recognized. But the moment that you begin to believe that you deserve credit, guys, here's the thing. Rich Wilkerson taught me this. He said, a constant need for credit will continuously leave you in debt. A constant need for credit will continuously leave you in debt. Whew. It's a word for some of us right now. For real, guys. You know, for me, when I feel that I need credit, I give the credit away. I think about why I'm doing what I'm doing and who I'm doing it for. Why I'm doing what it is that I'm doing and who I'm doing it for. Lie number 4 that we tell ourselves. And again, I believe this is going to be something y'all relate with. It's all on me. It's all on me. Yo, I don't know about y'all, but have you ever felt that if you don't get something done, your team's not going to get it done? How you need to be in the center of everything. You got to run the calls. You got to run the system. You got to be that leader. Remember, if anything stings, it's because we're disinfecting. You see, so many of us feel if we don't get it done, it's not going to get done. And I got to do absolutely everything. Not because my team can't do it, not because they're not capable, but because I don't want them to hurt. I don't want them to fail. I know I failed, so I'm going to do it for them. Right. If you feel that way, if you feel like you're the foundation of your business, if you feel like your business is going to crash without you being there, your business probably will crash without you being there. Your business should probably crash. Some of y'all looking at me like, what? Your business should probably crash so you could learn what a foundation is. My biggest lessons came from losses. My biggest blessings came from burdens. You see, The foundation of the business cannot be you. We build upon the foundation. We build upon the foundation. You're going to enter seasons of your life where you may not be as accessible. You're going to enter seasons of your life where the foundation may not be there. You take the foundation, the organization crumbles. You see, delegation should be your foundation. Do your leaders know how to do what it is that you do? Do you encourage your leaders to go ahead and become independent? Are you an individual that is accessible and involving yourself in their systems and not forcing yourself upon them? Are you an invasive leader? These are all questions that you got to ask, because we're doing it with the best of intentions. We want to make sure the squad's taken care of. We want to make sure that we got this thing. But guys, you have to think long term. One day your organization is going to be 100,000. Whoo! One day your organization is going to be 5,000. One day your organization sooner or later is going to be 500. You're not going to be able to be there for everybody. So you better make sure that the system, save yourself time, energy, and money, is the foundation. Delegation is the foundation, right? And last but not least, oh, well, write this down. It's all on me. Write this down. We is better than me. We is better than me. That's what Rich Wilkerson always says. He's the pastor of VU Church out here in Miami. We is better than me. All right, lie number 5. Last lie. Things will always be like this. Things will always be like this. I don't know about y'all. I make situations worse in my head than they are in the exterior. I swear. I make situations worse in my head than they are in the exterior. Especially if a problem happens again. If it happens for a second time, ooh. If it happens for a second, now I'm freaking out. Right? I tend to think if there's problems in the business, problems financially, problems in my relationship, oh man, things are always going to be like this. Nothing's going to change, especially if it happens twice. I remember there was a season, all relationships go through this. There was a season where me and my wife were just going at each other's throats. And I remember at one point I was like, yo, things are always going to be like, is this why I got married? Things are always going to be like this. How many people know that marriage takes a lot of work? That's more than a full-time job, right? So I was thinking things are always going to be like this. You got to remind yourself, this too shall pass. You're going through a struggle in your life. Things are not always going to be this way. You see, what it is that you say, what it is that you think, right? Those words, they cast spells. Why do you think they call it spelling? Things are always going to be, no. Things will not always be like this. But on the opposite side, the good as well. I swear we stay taking things for granted instead of taking advantage. Oh, momentum's good. We lit. We good. We're really good. It's always going to be like this. So you start working like it's always going to be like this, which means you start working less. You see, I hit Chairman 750 and I started working more. Do not allow somebody that doesn't need to outwork you. Don't do that. Just because you experience a little bit of momentum, that's dope. Step on the gas. You making a little bit more money, step on that gas. Don't let off. Oh man, the biggest thing that I get, that like what irks me, real quick, we're gonna sidetrack. What irks me is I got family issues. I need to step aside. You got family issues. But your family is the reason that you're doing this. So you're gonna step aside for the same exact reason that you just finished telling me that yo. Then you quitting on your family. You ain't quitting on me. You ain't quitting on yourself, because you were never the why. I was never the why. Your family is the reason that you're doing this, but I got family issues now. All right, bet. Makes total sense. You see, we take things for granted. We're not taking advantage. Think about it. For the good things, right? We gotta keep on working towards the good things. You ever get into a relationship, that honeymoon phase, that it kind of feels effortlessly, hours on the phone, laughing and hugging and kissing in public, and you try the cake first. No, you try first. You hang up first. Nah, you hang up first. I love you more. It feels like this thing is going to last forever and ever and ever. But how many people know that the honeymoon phase does not last? No, as a matter of fact, it gets real hard after that. So a lot of us tend to treat the relationships like it's going to last, and we stop. Yo, fellas, you never stop chasing your girl. You never stop making her happy. You never stop treating her like a queen. As a matter of fact, as time goes on, you make it happen even more. My ladies, if you got a fella in your life, make sure he's doing that for you, right? Things, not everything is going to last. This too shall pass, the good and the bad. This too shall pass. So it's not always going to be like this. So when things are bad, understand it's not always going to be like this. And when things are good, understand it's not always going to be like this. Look, leaders, we have a goal. We have a mission. We have a vision to impact, enrich, and educate the lives of 1 million people around the world. The way we do that is by helping create 1,000 chairman 10s and above. And we got to do it by December of 2020. So we got to triple what it is that we've done over the next 6 months. Now, that don't scare me because this ain't my first rodeo. We've done that before, right? But it is going to take a concentrated effort of everyone moving in unison towards a specific task and goal. You know, the first person that we got to get to chairman is Mr. Steve Max. We got to do it. There's a science to this. Because when he does it, he gives your organization permission to do it as well. Look, guys, this is a very push and pull business, right? My leaders help push me to where we're at today. My leaders help push me to where it is that we're at today. Because of that, I gained enough experience, enough time, enough energy, enough money, enough proximity to individuals that can help me to be able to turn around and pull them back up. You see, he's going to be able to remove the lid inside of your organization. He gives you permission for you guys to go out and do it. Now, Steve is really close. So we got to make sure that he's one of those chairmen, because when he hits chairman, he could teach how to go chairman. Guys, there's a science to this thing. Now, look, I'm not just on here to help Steve go chairman, but I'm also on here looking for that next wave, because I truly believe that the next wave is better than the last wave. You don't believe me? All right. So it took me 3 to 4 years to hit a 6-figure income inside of network marketing. 3 to 4 years. My 4th year is when I was able to do it. Right? My 4th year. Our next wave, it took them about a year, 2 years. The wave after that, less time. You see, each wave that comes in so far, and I hope that it continues this way, if it's God's will, has gotten better than the last. I'm looking for that wave. And I already know there's a few individuals I know on this call personally that are about to turn this wave up, right? And to the individuals that I don't know, well, then let's step it up so I do know you. Let's step it up so we're on calls together. Some of us, we're slowing down. We're slowing down. We got halfway through the year and we're slowing down. Nah, no time for that. There's no time for that. I know a lot of your goals. We brought some of you guys personally into this business. I know why you do what it is that you do. We got some real reasons to be doing what it is that we're doing and accomplishing what it is that we want to accomplish. So with that being said, I got y'all's back. We're gonna run this thing up. I'm about to have some food right now, but I appreciate you guys allowing me permission to be in your lives. You know, allowing me permission to lead you, allowing me permission to be a mentor, because I didn't choose you. You chose me. You allowed me into your lives. And that's something that I don't take for granted. And I'll always do my best to lead my best. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I honor you guys. I pray for y'all. And make sure that you guys go wash your hands, because it's kind of nasty out here. If y'all stay up, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Let's go! Guys, drop some 500s in the chat right now, because this is a chairman organization. And drop some thank yous for Mr. Matt, Rosa, guys. I mean, listen, I don't know about you, but I got some crazy, crazy notes from that. I'll tell you what, that message was so unexpected, but how many of you guys felt that that was exactly what you needed to hear? If you felt that that was exactly what you needed to hear, drop some 222s in the chat. If that message was on point, right to the heart of where you're at, I felt like, yo, that's what we needed as an organization to hear, guys. And look, I am excited. I am fired up. I want to smack chairman like Matt said. It's not for me. It's because the minute that I hit chairman, your belief level goes up. The minute I hit platinum 5, it was like Elaine and Katie were right there with us. Some of you girls now, or you guys now, are popping P2s, about to pop P5s. Like, what's going to happen in this next wave? It's compound interest. Don't focus on where you're at. Focus on where you're going. You know, guys, I'll tell you what, I'll be honest with you guys. I looked up the price on a Bentley, right? I was looking at different prices at how much Bentleys cost. And I was like, man, I don't know. That's a lot of money. Even I'm Chairman 100. I'm going to buy a Bentley. And I said, yeah, I'm going to buy a Bentley. And you know what I did? I went on Amazon and I ordered a car Bentley that's going to sit on my desk because one day I'll own a Bentley. I wanted a Cadillac. I drive a Cadillac now. I wanted to live in a nice place. I live in a nice place now, and I'm going to live in a nicer place. But you see, those things are minimal compared to being able to give money to your family, being able to give more to nonprofit organizations, being able to plant a church if that's something you want to do, be able to plant an orphanage if you want to, go into McDonald's, buy it out, and then give the money, give the food to the homeless. You see, you got to aim for something, but understand that it's never the material things. It's about what you can do once you get there with those material things. Some of you guys have big goals and big dreams for your family, big goals, big dreams for your future kids. Listen, this is it. I want you to get focused. I want you to get committed. I want you to get to that next level. And I want you to believe that you can, right? I mean, listen to what he said. He said, have you ever felt you're not good enough? How many of you guys, you don't got to put it in the chat. I know I have. Felt that, man, am I good enough to be a chairman? Am I good enough to impact hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people? The answer is yes. And so, guys, listen, let's get to work. 10 minutes from now, there's going to be an opportunity call. Let's slam that. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, there's a next step call. Let's slam that. Whatever you guys need, I want you to reach out to me and let's make it happen. Guys, listen, I am honored to be one of the leaders that can lead you. Thank you for buying into the leadership. I will always do everything that I can to help you succeed. You see, if all of you were Chairman 10 and I was Chairman 10 also, there would be no ego because I don't have to be above. I want to carry everybody up. And as you carry people up, you will go forward as well. So guys, go out there and get after it. Impact over income, and then income will catch up. People have lost jobs. Let's go help them. People have lost hope and faith. Let's go give them a reason to hope for, a reason to believe again. Guys, I believe in this company. I believe in this leadership like you can't believe. I believe in you. Let's go out there and get after it. God bless you.